Yes, class is in session. Class is in session. So remember, I had said before we even get into the editing and the shooting and putting everything together and the uploading and right, we need to understand first. The first point that I gave you in the beginning was you need to understand the different types of content creators that we have, right? It is very important to understand what type of creator you want to be, but not only that, but also understanding the different types of content creators that we have, right? That's the first point. And then the second point that has really helped me is understanding the types of different social media platforms that we have. So we have a lot of social media platforms, right? So, where was I? It started raining again outside. We do have Google, right? Did I switch these off? Yeah. So obviously we do have Google to Google all of these things, right? So we do have Google to Google all of these things, right? But so I'm doing all of this quickly because I guess I'll pay Sunday lunch, right? And Papa wa kgutla much. Or maybe my excuse, right, will be Nikki shooter content, baby, so I couldn't cook, but yeah, we do have Google for these things, right? So you can obviously search on Google, just say aspect ratio for YouTube, aspect ratio for Instagram, and then yeah, that really helped me. So understanding the different types of aspect ratios that are required for each and every social media platform that I will use, right? Like I mentioned, the mistake that I had made was thinking the content that I was shooting on YouTube, which is normally horizontal and which is normally a widescreen, and obviously that's normally a 16.9 ish, if I still remember from my notes. That's normally a 16.9, right? So I thought that would work for TikTok, right? So obviously, to optimize the viewer's experience and make it more visually appealing, it just looks nicer if you just stick to the guideline of the required aspect ratio required for the social media platform you are using. So yeah, that's the mistake that I had made in the beginning, right? Not understanding my different types of aspect ratios. So normally for YouTube, you'd have widescreen format, and then but sometimes actually it does change to the viewer's screen, so depending on what type of device they are using for YouTube, right? But it just looks more visually appealing when you are using that 16.9 aspect ratio. And then for TikTok, so I didn't know this right in the beginning, I learned along the way. So for TikTok, what looks more visually appealing or what optimizes the viewer's experience is a full screen look. So it's vice versa for TikTok, right? So for TikTok, for YouTube, it's 60.9, and then for TikTok, it's actually 9.16. So that's how I was able to remember it as well. I just reversed the numbers. So for TikTok, it's more of a vertical format, right? A 9.16 full screen view. The fuller the better. It looks so beautiful. And I noticed actually with my vlogs that when I shoot them and edit and make sure that it's actually full screen, it gets so much more engagement and it just looks much more better. So my other challenging one was Instagram, right? Normally with Instagram, I thought horizontal as well, just like YouTube, looks so much better. But only to find out that actually the full screen Yago TikTok, right, for reels and your vlogs, it actually also looks much better when you're on full screen as well for Instagram. So for Instagram as well, your aspect ratio would be a 9.16 as well. And then obviously for post, depending on, what type of picture you are posting or how you want it to come across, right? You would normally use like a 1.1 or 4.5. So depending on the type of picture that you are posting. So it's more of a square format, right? But also now I've learned that the reels and the vlogs actually also look much better when you have them on a full screen mode as well. Ngisayophekela indoda yami, guys. Angazi nokuthi ngiyophekani because wow, we are such in a What season is this? Hey, we are in our, I don't want to say poverty, right? It's not that bad, but it's bad, right? 2 points that I've already shared with you already, right? I am going to go see what to whip up in the kitchen for my man, my man, my man. And actually, my rewards actually helped me so much. I was able to get a couple of items at Checkers. So yeah, let me see ukuthi ngihlanganisa ini for my man's Sunday course. And I actually gave him a visa, guys. Ngimuphe i-visa namhlanje, and he has been out with the boys the whole day. Yeah, no. Visa. Visa. In fact, yazini. But yeah, so let me leave you with those two very long pointers that I've shared with you. Remember, I did say I struggle with summarizing, okay? I'm still learning the art of summarizing things. But yeah, let me leave you with those pointers for today. And then we are going to continue with our tutorial series. We'll figure out the name as well as we go along, right? We'll figure out the name. But let me leave you with those two very important points that have really helped me. Don't forget, number one, understanding the type of content creator you want to be and the different types of content creators that we have. Understanding, number two, understanding the different types of social media platforms that we have, but also understanding the type of aspect ratio that is required for each platform, right? So let me go be a wife and try and oh, I almost said and try and cute something and try and cook something very cutesy for my man. And then I am going to see you on the next one.